Hello everyone and welcome to the next part of Pillars Game system. So this is the second part, and in today's part we'll cover the whole system, like the verse one, all these verse settings. Probably we also do the graphics for, all these item spawns in whatever, this all graphics. And this graphics about rank, when you rank up, how you rank up, and yeah. Okay, so let's first open our Verse Explorer. If you don't have it, click on Verse and Verse Explorer, and on Content create new Verse file. Okay, and the first one that we will need is the data handler. So data underscore handler. Okay, let's create that. Let's create another Verse file, which will be the pillar main system. You can also name it the game manager. It's something like that, so I will prefer to name it pillar main system. It's better for me. Okay, so next is rank system. Okay, the next will be the spawn system. Okay, let's create that. And also the player eliminated by, but we'll name it eliminated by. Okay, let's create that. Okay, so let's open our verse. Okay, let's drag it here, and let's start from creating the data for our pillar game. Okay, so first things, we can create a converting message to like strings agent to a message, so we can display it on our HUD. So let's first start with string message and add localizes to it. Localizes, okay, and we will need to provide a string, type of string, and we'll return a message. Okay, next is agent message, which also require a specifier localizes. Okay, and here we'll provide agent and we'll convert the agent name to a message, so we can display it on a UI. Okay, and agent. Here I mess up, okay, and agent string message, which is also localizes, and here we need to provide agent and the string, and we'll return a message. Okay, so first is our string and then is our agent. We can add for much more if you want. Wait, okay, so now we need to create a data for our agent, the saved one and the session one. So let's start with the, I will prefer to use comments to know where everything is in code. So let's name it agent session data. Okay, and let's create the agent data class without concrete or any other specifier for agent pillar index. This will be the index of the pillar that player gets. So to each pillar we will have the index. We'll assign it dynamically, so you don't have to, and we'll just assign it to the agent data to know which pillar agent got. Next is agent KD, is a float 1.0, and next is var eliminated by main canvas. So basically this canvas of the eliminated by screen. I made a video about it. If you want, you can watch it, but we'll just use code from this video, because if I need to write every single code, this series will have 20 hours or more. We'll just use codes from previous videos. Okay, next will be the agent, let's do it with capital, agent saved data. Okay, and let's name it agent saved data. This will be the class with concrete. We not want to save a large amount of data, so we will just trackers, but if you want to save more than 6 7 things. We probably will use the purchase table with Verse, you know, to save the memory on trackers. But I think we don't have that much data to save, so we'll use the trackers and don't have complex things. So let's start with edit table, elimination tracker, which is the tracker device, is equals to tracker device. Okay, next is dev tracker, the also tracker device, so you can just copy and paste that. And next is round 1 tracker, also tracker device. Okay, next we'll need the HUD's data. Okay, so HUD data is basically all the HUD message device on our map, so we don't need to, you know, if we will need to use HUD in this and this and this and this, so for example like some info HUD, we just, you know, specify it one time, not like, you know, connect it to each device separately, because you don't you know, have sense to waste memory like that. Okay, so let's create HUD's data class with concrete specifier. Okay, and next is info message HUD. Okay, so this is HUD message device. So here we can display all the info that we want to tell to a player. So for example, round starts in, or, you know, maybe some message you want to send to the players, you can with this info message HUD. Okay, next is players left HUD, which is the HUD message device. Okay, so this is basically where you probably played Pillars if you watch this series. So it's like how much players left in the lobby on the left, top left corner, like how much players. Okay, next is time left HUD. So this is also this time left HUD at the top left. Next is item grant in HUD. So basically is this on the center of the screen, how per, you know, how much seconds left to grant new item. Okay, next is winner HUD. So this is basically the HUD message device that will show who win the game, and, you know, we'll do some simple animation to that. Okay, next is accolades XP data. So here we will store all the accolades on our map. So for example, if you want to add 20 accolades, because I think it's much like the limit, I don't remember, I think 20, maybe more, I think 20. So if you want to, you know, put all the accolades, it's also no point to, you know, spawn accolades in this and this and this. Let's keep it organized and let's have all the accolades in our accolades data. Okay, so accolades data class with concrete specifier. And we will maybe we'll add more in the next parts, but firstly we'll focus on elimination accolade. Okay, which is the accolades device, is equals to accolades device. Next will be the, let me copy this. Next will be the new round accolade. Okay, and next will be the round 1 accolade. Okay, and the next thing we'll need is the rank triggers. So if you watch my previous video about rank system, you probably know we made the managers that you can manage the score with the triggers. So here we will have all the triggers to this rank trigger that we can connect to, for example, per player eliminated, or when player win the round, we want to increment his stats by, for example, 50. Okay, so let's add rank triggers. Rank triggers. Okay, this is a class with concrete specifier. And we want to add round 1 trigger. This is the trigger device. Okay, let's copy the trigger device. And next is elimination trigger. Also, no, the trigger device. Next is round plate trigger. You can, you know, add more things if you want. Like for example, you want give players per assist or I don't know, headshot, or whatever. You can also add the trigger suite. I will, you know, use the simple examples. And the last things we want to add is functions. So like this is the helper functions that we can use in every single code that we only want. And you know, it's some, for example, for converting time to string, or you know, rounding the float, for example, from this, because float, when you print float, you will get something like that, and we don't want something like that, and we can round it to only 2 digits after the dot. So I will not write this function because it's too long. You can, you know, stop the video or take that function, like rewrite it, or you can just, you know, join my Discord and you will have all these codes from this tutorial on my Discord for free. And you can just copy this, because yeah, I don't remember from where I get this function, but I don't wrote them, so I just copied them from Discord, I guess. But yeah, so let's go to our data handler at the very top and let's set it up everything. So let's delete this comment and let's add a table, HUD's data, which is HUD's data colon, no colon, equals HUD's data. Okay. Next is rank triggers. This is the rank triggers is equals to rank triggers. And I spelled something wrong, right? Yeah. Okay. Next is accolades data. It's our accolades data. So accolades data. And the last is agent saved data. Okay. Agent saved data. Okay. And the agent data we don't need to add editable. So just type var agent data map, which is the map where the key is the agent and the value is agent data. Okay, and this equals to a map. So when we provide the agent, we get the agent data for each, you know. So it's looking like that for this agent. So for example, I know anonymous. I know how to write, but okay. Yeah, some player 1, we get his agent data, and for example in this agent data he have agent KD at 1.3. okay. And for example for player 2, we have the agent data and he have the agent ID at 5.1. So that's how, you know, the map works. For each agent you have his own agent data with his own, you know, data, but it's reset every single session. So, you know, we don't want to save everything because it's no point to do this. We just, you know, waste the memory. So it's better to also have the session data for things that you don't want to save. Okay, so let's add the functions here. So on player joint, okay, agent void equals return for now, and the on player removed. Okay, also with agent type void equals return. Okay, and let's make this function. So if not, okay, so if not agent data map for our agent, so if agent don't have agent data yet, so we don't give him it yet, we want to set the agent data map for our agent to a clear agent data. Okay, I think you understand that. Let's go to on player removed, and we need to remove the agent from our agent data map, so we don't, you know, if we have, for example, 1000 rounds on our pillars, and on our them, you know, it will join and leave and join and leave, and for these 4-hour sessions it will come across like 1000 players. we don't want 1000 players in our map, right? We want to remove every single player that gets removed from the game, so we don't have the whole 1000 players in our map. Okay, so far, new map is agent with agent data, so we're creating basically the new map with the same key and value here, right, like here, and for key and this arrow here value agent data map, where the key is different from player, from agent, sorry. Okay, so this is like the different, it's not equals. Maybe if you, I don't know, programming some other language, it's something like that, so not equals, so it's like that. Okay, we want to set new map is equals to concatenate maps for new map, and the map where key. Okay, and set agent data map is equals to new map. Okay, so basically here in this onPlayer removed, remove the old agent to you know, just remove the new map, like remove the agent that gets removed, okay, from our map. Okay, and in onBegin function, let's do a for loop through all players. So all players, and we need to get the all players from get play space, that get players, okay, and get the player from player all players, and to spawn in player joint for our player, and also spawn this function, so get play space player added event subscribe to on player joint, and just copy and paste that and change it to player removed, no, player removed event. Okay, so why we spawning twice on player joint? If you follow my content, you probably know, but I will, you know, remind it for new guys. We spawning it 2 times because this is for players that are currently in game, so between rounds, for example, or just join between the game even started. And this happens to only players that join in progress. So for example, you know, the game is in action and new player joined, it happened to these players, but probably we don't need that in this filler game because we basing on round, and when player join in progress, he not joining the game, but he spectating or spawning on the spawn. So we will see. Probably we don't spawn this on the player on the spawn, it will be better because he can shop, you know, the custom fillers or some custom filler plates, something like that. But okay, we'll see. For now, we'll leave it like that. Okay, so that's all in our data handler. Let's go to spawn system and let's create a spawn system. So let's remove these useless comments and let's add edit table pillar main system, which will be the pillar main system is equals to pillar main system. Okay, and also we will need the game start time. So basically this is like game start in, maybe let's name it. So for example, if you play these pillars, you know that you rest on the spawn and you get this message round starts in, and at the time at the very like under the text and this seconds where the round starts, or something like that. And we'll create this text. Yeah, this is basically this time. So here we can just paste this time, and yeah, this is for this message. Okay, and let's go quick to pillar main system and just add the data handler. So let's add edit table data handler. Okay, select data handler here. Let's go to spawn system and let's create the function wait for game. Okay, we need to add the suspense tags with a void equals. Okay, so basically wait for game is just waiting this 15 seconds, and after that 50 seconds we will start the game. You can, you know, change this time to your needs, for example 10 seconds, 20 seconds, how much you only want. You can change this even in the Verse device or here in code. That's why we use editable, so you can change it in Verse device. But okay, let's add a new variable, current time. This will be the type of int, and default value will be the game starts in time. Okay, and let's spawn the loop, and let's get the data handler. Okay, so maybe spawn it here. Data handler is a pillar main system dot data handler, and data handler dot HUD's data dot info message HUD dot set text. Okay, maybe let's add sleep 1.0 and set current time minus equals 1, because it's annoying when you're getting whole function on red. Okay, and set text, and to set this text to string message, okay, to our function that we created in data handler right there. So it's converting the string to message, because when we want to set text, it expects a message, not a string, and when we'll provide just these quotes, we'll provide a string, but we want to provide the message. Okay, so game starts in, and we want to break line. So this basically is a break line. We don't need to add space, I guess. So add the break line and get formatted time string, and we want to provide the current time. So we basically convert this integer to a timer like this. So 0, 0 and 15. Okay, and 14, 15, 20. You know what I mean. You not just show 10. If you want just show 10, you can just show 10. It's, you know, no problem. But I prefer to show it like that. So it's really up to you how you want to do it. If you want just, you know, 20, you can delete this get formatted time string. Okay, and we just need to show this text. So show. Okay, and if current time is less or equals 0, we want to pillar main system that start game, but we don't create this function yet, so we'll get this error here, but no worries, we'll create this function. And data handler that HUD's data that info message HUD. We want to hide this HUD, so we'll no longer receive this message on our UI, and we want to break this function, so it's no longer, you know, counting and happen on background. Okay, so let's go to on begin and let's spawn this function. So spawn dot wait for game. Okay, so that's it in our response system. We can build Verse code, but we'll get the error, but don't worry about that. We can get the error. Okay, so let's go to pillar main system now, and here we will have a lot of work, but yeah, let's create a pillar data. Okay, so this is the single pillar data, like, you know, the pillar. Oh, I changed my DPI, sorry. This, you know, this pillar right there, each pillar will have each data. Okay, so let's go back to our code and let's create the pillar data. So first will be the editable pillar teleport prop. Okay, so creative prop is equals to creative prop. So this is basically where we want to teleport the player. I will show you how to, you know, set it up this. And next is index. This is the integer, and the default value is -1. So -1 is not an index because we start indexing from 0. So if you get -1, we know that something is wrong. Okay, so that's all in pillar data. We don't want anything more in pillar, basically. And next is pillar main data. So don't, you know, get confused that this is the center one, but because no, this is not the center one. This is basically all the pillars system data. Okay, so first is editable game time. This is the integer of 300, so 5 minutes. So this is how long you want game to you know, be played, and after this 300 seconds we'll spawn the overtime, and the overtime will be basically the storm. So also this is, we'll show this in time left at the top left. So yeah, this is how much time you want game to be played. Next is editable, grant item per time. Is also the integer with 5 seconds, so you know how often you want to grant items to player. In my example I will use 5 seconds. You can, you know, change this time to whatever you want. Okay, next is editable, time to spawn middle item is the integer with the default value of 15. I want to spawn the, like, you know, the item, like this exclusive item at the center pillar per 15 seconds. If you want to, you know, spawn it more often or more rarely, you can change that time, no worries. Next is volume device. Okay, I will explain better where we will configure this, but basically we will add the volume device here, like on the whole pillar, so we'll know which players are in game and which not, and we get the weird space here. Need to fix that, so let's, okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, and the next thing is editable and game device, so we will not, you know, end games automatically. We will end game after we want, yeah, we'll end game with the words. Okay, so next is item granter. So item granter device, so basically this is the item granter where we'll store all the items, like all the loot pool that we have in our pillars, and we'll grant it like randomly to players. And the last thing is storm device, which is the basic storm controller device, and with this device we will spawn the storm. Okay, so let's go to our pillar main system and let's add editable pillar main data. Pillar main data. Okay, so this is basically just pillar main data is equals to pillar main data. So basically this class, we don't want it in an array because we have only the one data. Okay, next is editable pillars data. Here we want the array because we have more than one pillar, right? We have 8 of them. Okay, next is data handler, so we already have this. And that's all in our editables. Let's start creating variables that we will need. So first will be the var players in game, and this is the array of agent, and yeah, array, the empty array as a default value. Next is current game time. For me default value will be 300. You can also leave it in 300, will, you know, get the game time from this, set it up later, so you can even type here whatever you want. It doesn't matter, it's like, you know, default value that we need to provide. So next is var is over time. Okay, is equals to false, and next is game. Okay, so also the logic is false. No, false. So is overtime, we're checking if it's already overtime, and is game, so basically here we want to check if the game is, you know, currently playing, basically. So if more than one player is alive, we want to set the is game to true, and if the last player, you know, left on the map, we want to set is game to false and end the game. Okay, so in onBegin we want to spawn 4, like set the indexes for each pillar data. So let's do it. So for index colon equals 0, and from range from 0 to pillars data dot length -1. Okay, -1 is because the length is counting from 1, not from 0, so we need to -1. And pillar data, we want to get the pillars data from pillars data at the index. Okay, so basically just getting the element at this index from this range. Okay, and set pillar data dot index is equals to idx. Okay. And next is pillar main data that volume device agent enters event subscribe to on volume enter, just copy and paste that, and here will be on volume exit. Okay, and agent exit event. Okay, so let's create these two functions now. So on volume enter we need to provide agent type void equals return for now, and let's create the on volume exit. Also need to provide the agent type void, so we don't return anything, and return for now. Okay, so in volume enter we want to check if not players in game that find agent. So we're basically searching in the array these players in game. We're searching for an agent that entered the volume, and if he is not already in the the array, so just double check. Probably he's not, but double check. Basically we will remove it in on volume exit, but we want the double check. We don't want twice the same player to get the error that we have two players left, but basically the one player left, because we don't check that. So double check is always good. And if this agent is not in the game yet, we want to set players in game plus equals array with our agent. Okay, so basically adding agent to these players in game array. Where is it? Yeah, to this array. Okay, and on volume exit we want to if index is the players in game find agent. Okay, so basically the find returning as an agent, not the agent, like the index where the agent is. So for example, agent in the array is and index 3, so we will get the index 3 from this function here. Okay, and a new array which is the players in game that remove element at the index that we find. So basically when player died or just fall from the map, we want to remove the remove this agent from this array. So we don't want this player longer in game because he's not longer in game, so we want to remove it with a function remove element, but the remove element returning as returning the new array without this player. So we basically don't remove it directly from this array, but it just returning it as a new array without this player. So we basically need to set players in game is equals to new array. So basically that's how we removing the element from the array. Okay, so here we want to create a couple functions. So let's start from start game. Okay, type void equals return from. Oh man, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, return for now. And next is game loop. Here we will need the suspend specifier, so also return for now. So in game loop we will basically checking everything, the game status, how much players left, how much time, run the items, like every single thing that happens in game, like the game flow, changing the timers, everything. Okay, next is the grant items. So basically we don't want to have this game loop function for 200 lines, so we basically create this function to short it. Next is check game status. Okay, also void equals return, and the end game. But here we want to suspend specifier because we don't want to end the game instantly. We want to wait a couple seconds. And next is teleport players to pillars. Okay, type void equals, and we will start with from this function. So we need to teleport all the players to the pillars, but we don't want to teleport like, you know, randomly. We want to teleport player randomly to random pillars. So let's start from that to randomize the teleports. So var random pillars data, and we basically need to add the pillar data. So as you see here, we have the pillars data, but we want to shuffle this array. So we'll get, you know, randomize this pillars data, and it's equals to shuffle the pillars data. Okay, but we need to add these imports. So go to the very top and add using verse org that random. Okay, so basically in this shuffle we just, you know, shuffle this function. So for example, if the data at index 0 gets to the index 4, you know, it's shuffle randomly. Okay, and we'll need to get the all players. So get play space that get players. Okay, and we want to do a for loop for idx from range from 0 to all players that length -1. Okay, and if player is a player from all players at index all players, sorry. Okay, so we basically having a range here from 0 to all players that are currently in game. So in our example, max is 8, so here will be 7 from 0 to 7, so basically it's 8 but from 0. And we need to get the player, so player from the all players at index, because this is the array of all players that are currently in game. Okay, next we need to get the Fortnite character, so player that get Fort character, and we need to add the using Fortnite.com characters. Okay, so let's go here and let's add Fortnite.com characters. Okay, go at the very go back to our function, and also we need to get the pillar data. So pillar data, the random pillar data. So random pillars data at our index. Okay, and here we want to get the agent data. So agent data handler that agent data map for our player. Okay, so basically getting the agent data for each player in game, and fc put in status. So basically we disable the movement, you know, the emotes, the jumping, all this stuff. Okay, and set agent data that agent pillars index is equals to pillar data that index. So I think I get the spell error, so let's go to our agent data and agent pillar index. Oh, okay, never mind. So we want to set it up to this index, and here we need to get the prop transform, like prop transform from this pillar data. So pillar data that pillar teleport prop that get transform, because if you need to, you know, in the teleports write something like that, it will take much more space, so we don't want that. So just get the transform. Okay, and if Fortnite character teleport to, and I want to teleport him to prop transform that translation and prop transform that rotation. And you may ask why we don't just teleport player to transform, because we can't. We can't teleport player to transform because we can't change the scale of the player, so we can only provide the translation and rotation. Okay, so that's it in this function. Let's maybe go to the check game status and the grant items. So let's start with grant items. So we can copy the all players here. Okay, and to loop for player through all players, so for each loop, and pillar main data that item granter, and in item granter we have the function to randomly get the items from any index and just, you know, grant it to player. So we want to cycle to random index to our player. And I spell wrong. Cycle to random index. Well, I spell wrong. Cycle to random index. I don't know. Okay, let's go to item router and just copy this because I don't see the issue. Item, no. Oh, sorry, not the index. Okay. Random item. And we don't need to, you know, add rand item next because it automatically also grant the item. Okay, so let's go to check game status, and we need to do two if statements here. The first one will be players if players in game dot length is less or equals 1. So for example, if all players died or the last player live, and also and is game is true, we want to spawn end game. Okay, so basically if we don't spawn this function yet, so because in this function we'll set the is game to false, we want to end the game. Okay, the next thing is if current game time is less or equals 0, and is overtime is equals to false. So basically it's not overtime yet. We want to pillar main data that storm device that generate storm. Okay, so basically if times run up and overtime is is not happening yet, we want to generate the storm, so we move the game faster. The player need to play faster. Okay, so let's maybe also let's start the game function. So first we want to teleport players to pillars, and after that we want to spawn the game loop. Okay, and in game loop we want to set current game time is equals to pillar main data that game time. Okay, so basically changing the current game time to our game time that we provided in this edit table here. So this is basically like the game settings. Okay, next is var time to spawn middle item is an integer with the default value of pillar main data that time to spawn middle item. But I think we forgot one thing. We'll come back to this after adding these variables. Next is time to grant item is the integer, and pillar main data that grant items per time. Okay, grant item per time. Okay, so basically changing the time to grant item to the value that we provide here. Okay, and yeah, we forgot that, so let's add another edit table, which is the middle item spawner. So item spawner device is equals to item spawner device. Okay, so basically just the middle item spawner here. Okay, and after that we want to sleep for 0.5 seconds. Okay, so all the players get teleported to the map. We just need to wait for just double check. And also we don't want to rush that game that fast. And set is game is equals to true. Okay, and after that we want to for loop. So for players in game. Okay, and we want to get the Fortnite character from this. So player get Fort character, and we want to FC release from statics. So basically we bringing back the movement to the player. Okay, and also we want to data handler that accolades data and new round accolade and award to a player. So basically giving the XP to new round. Okay, and after that we also want the rank triggers. How I call that? Rank triggers. Okay, and we want to get, oh wait, where is it that they had, okay, round triggers, and we want to get the round played trigger, and we want to trigger this trigger for our player, so he basically get the points. Okay, and after that we want to add a loop with a sleep of 1.0 seconds, so yeah, just basically 1 second. And we want to check if current game time is greater than 0. We want to set current time minus equals 1. Oh, current game time, sorry. So basically, if current game time is, you know, greater than 0, we want to set it minus 1. So if this current time is, for example, 300. Okay. Next, we want to set time to spawn middle item minus equals 1. Let's copy and paste that and just change it to time to run item. Okay. Next, we want to access the data handler and HUD's data. No, HUD's data. That item grant in HUD and set text. Okay. And we want to set this text to string message. Sorry. I typically want it string to message, but yeah. And we want to just add time to grant item. Okay. And after that we want to show this message to everyone. So show. Okay, so basically you know, after basically we just, you know, showing in HUD per how much time left to grant new item. Okay. Next is data handler, or we can just copy this. Okay, we can copy this also here. So next is time left HUD, set text and string message, and here we want to get formatted time string, and we want to provide the current game time. So basically it don't look weirdly like 300 seconds, but it will show like 5 minutes, 4 minutes. I can change it 500 seconds, 300 seconds to something else. Okay, and time left HUD, that show. Okay, and next we want to change the players left HUD, set text, players left HUD, set text to string message, and we want to get the players in game that length. Okay, without -1 because we want to show it from 1 to, not like 0. Data handler, that's, I can just copy this, and that's show. Okay, and after that we want to check if time to grant item is less or equals 0. Okay, so if this our time to grant item is less or equals 0, we want to grant items to players, so with our function that we just created, and set time to grant item is equals to the default value, so pillar main data that get grant item per time. So basically we're resetting this time, and after that we want to add another if statement if time to spawn middle item is less or equals 0. We want to set, basically spawn the firstly. So let's go to our, we want to get, pillars main data that middle item spawner and spawn item. Okay, and we want to set our time to spawn middle item is equals to this pillar main data time to spawn middle item, so the default value. Okay, and after that we want to check game status. Okay, so we'll have last function and the game, but I need to go for some drink because it's my mouth is, you know, I can't say anything, so I'll go and take a quick break. So be right back. Okay, so let's go back to our code. So let's create an endgame function. So let's set is overtime equals to false. Okay, false, because we want to end the game, so we don't want the overtime to be set to true, and set the is game is equals to false, so this will not longer happen because it happened every single second, like checking. So yeah, if you don't set it up this game to true, it will, you know, sorry, I forgot the word. Yeah, it will happen constantly. So also I think we should set the overtime, because we don't set overtime to true anywhere. So let's set this overtime is equals to true here. Okay, and let's continue. So var winner agent will be then optional from agent, because we don't know if we have agent yet, like the winner one, because he might die. Okay, so if agent is players in game at index 0, so the last one, because yeah, if this is the last one, we don't have more agents than one. So set winner agent is equals to option agent. Okay, but else if you know all agents die, we just getting the random one. So agent get play space get players at index 0, so just basically some random agent. Okay, and set winner agent is equals to option the agent. Okay, and if agent from winner agent, so we're basically unwrapping the optional, and we want to hide all these HUD message devices, so let's basically copy this, and copy this one, and instead of show, change it to hide, so hide. Okay, and after that we want to data handler that accolates data that win, if I call that win front one, I think, let's check, round 1 accolade, yeah, round 1 accolade that award for our agent. Okay, and let's also go to data handler, let's go to our round readers. Okay, let's close the span, round readers, and also in round readers we want to find the round 1 reader. Okay, and let's trigger this trigger. Okay, and also we want to, I don't have why, but I had debug with the value of the round 1 tracker, like it's not automatically increase, that's why we need to do it with events. I don't know, strange, but yeah. So let's get the current value and data handler that agent saved data that round win trigger 1 tracker that get value for our agent. Okay, and now we want to round 1 tracker. Okay, so basically copy that, set value for our agent to current value plus 1. Okay, so we're basically increasing this. Okay, and after that we want to data handler that HUD's data that winner HUD that set text to agent message, and we want to provide our agent. Okay, and we want to show this HUD, so basically just copy that and type show. Okay, and after 2.5 seconds we want to pillar main data that endgame device and activate for our agent. Okay, and after that we want to data handler that HUD's data winner HUD hide. Okay, so yeah, after 2.5 seconds, when this HUD at the center of the screen go like you winner and the nickname of the winner player, and after 2.5 seconds after showing this HUD we want to end the game. Okay, so I think that will be it in pillar main system. Let's go to rank system. Okay, so I will use the code from my Discord, so give me a second, I will find it, and yeah. Okay, so as you see here, I'm on my Discord, BNDM Creators, And if you want the whole ranked system, you get it here on the ranked system, like on the tutorials channel. It's completely free. You don't need to invite your friends or whatever. You get the ranked system at Verse and all the others brought from any other video. So I will download the images and the system. And also we need the eliminated by system, so we need to download this too, and let's paste it. So yeah, I will download it and yeah, go back to this. Okay, so I have it here. As you see here, I have ranked system and eliminated by system. Okay, so let's open our ranked system and we can just Control A, Control C, Control A, Control V. But we get the errors. Rank UI. We need to go to our UEFN, go to content browser, to our filler, and add rank UI. Okay, and drag all the folders from rank images that you downloaded from Discord. So let's put it in here, and we need to change the diamond one to the compression settings to user interface 2D. Okay, let's save that, and here let's go back to our run system, and we get much less errors. We don't need the string message because we have it in our data handler, so we can delete it. And okay, we don't have any other issues. But we need to modify this code for our needs. So here we have rank system agent data, rank main canvas, current rank. Okay, we can leave that. Trigger. Okay. No, I think we don't need to modify it. Yeah, we can leave it like that. Okay, so let's build our first code, and we can now close rank system. And let's open eliminated by now, and let's Control A, Control C, or no, let's don't do that. Let's only copy the, we don't even need eliminated by agent data, so let's just copy everything, like, no, from eliminated by system to, like, don't copy this line, but below this line and everything. So let's do that and paste it in here. Let's delete these comments, and delete this, def tracker, delete these 3 lines also, we don't need that, only the duration, and remove this round float function, because also we have it in the data handler at the very top right there. Okay, so we need to modify it a little bit. So let's back here and let's Control C all the imports and Control V here. And also we need to delete this agent data map setting because we don't need that. We can leave it, okay. And here we also need to add the edit table and the data handler. Okay, so this will be the data handler, and this is equals to data handler. Okay, let's go back here and data handler dot agent saved data dot def tracker. Okay, and let's copy that, let's paste it here, and elimination tracker. Okay, I think we call this differently. Elimination tracker. Okay, let's paste that here. That value for our agent. And okay, here we have the agent data, so we basically just set data handler dot agent data map for our agent, and we named it agent ID. Okay, so also rename that, and here agent data, paste these 2 lines here, and the widget also we change the name for this, so let's find it. It's eliminated by main canvas. Okay, here we can also copy that lines and paste it in here. Here we need to delete the AB. Okay, and here we need to change that name to eliminated by main canvas. Okay, and here we need to change the structures to data handler dot agent saved data that win round 1 tracker, I guess it was. So let's find that round 1 tracker, okay, and copy and paste that here. Oh, and change the name to elimination tracker. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh no, we also need in the async on player eliminated add the data handler that accolades data, and we need to go to our accolades data and find elimination accolade. Okay, and let's paste that here and type a word, and we want to award the eliminator agent. Also copy and paste that, and we need the ranked readers. So let's type ranked readers, and in ranked readers we have the elimination trigger. So let's paste it here and type trigger. Okay, also for eliminator agent. So let's build our verse code and delete this, and let's see. Yeah, everything looks fine. Let's build our verse code. Go to our UEFN, and we need to. Oh, why is it here and not here? Okay, weird. Okay, we need to find some place to put our verse codes. So I'll create some plane, resize it by, I know, 20, or no, 15 maybe. Okay, and let's drag it here, and here we will have all the devices. Okay, so let's create a new verse file. Here we have filler, spawn, and the verse. And let's put all our verse devices here. So pillar main system, data handler, rank system, spawn system, and the eliminated by. But I will change the places with these two. Okay, we have much more space, so we can. Next parts we probably gonna add some verse devices, so. But yeah. Okay, so let's search for verse, and let's put all the verse devices to our verse folder. Okay, and let's create a new folder called devices, and let's start connecting all these things. So here data handler, we need to connect the data handler, and pillar main data. Okay, so drain time, maybe I will change that to 3 minutes, and 3 minutes is 180 seconds, I guess. Yeah. Grant item per time, I'll go for 5 seconds. Yeah, sounds good. Time to spawn middle item, 15 seconds, sounds good. Okay, we need a volume device, so let's go to devices and search for volume device. Okay, and let's go with this volume device and let's put it here. Okay, and let's drag it to our devices. Let's create a folder named volume devices. Okay, let's put it here and rename it to volume map. I think it's good. Oh, and let's open that, and width, well, maybe 10. No, it's too small. 20 by 20 looks good. Yeah, 20 by 20, and the volume height to maybe 50. Yeah, and let's drag it something like that. Okay, so now we can go to our pillar system and connect volume map and name device. Okay, so let's search for add name device. Let's put it here, and let's add it to our devices folder, and let's create a new folder and name devices. Okay, and we need theme. We'll go with activating theme any, what to end and round. Okay, yeah, so let's connect this device. Next is item granter, so let's search for item granter. Let's put it here, also drag it to our devices folder. Let's create a new folder called item granters, granter devices. Okay, let's put it here, item granter, and main loot. Okay, main loot sounds also good. On grant action, we want to keep all, we don't want to, clear play inventory. Grant current item, and we'll add maybe later these items because it won't be easy. But yeah, well, let's leave it to no item for now. Okay, receiving player, trigger player, okay, and also we want to initial weapon ammo to 1 and spear weapon ammo to 0. So basically the ammo will be 1 and he will not get any extra ammo. Okay, and okay, let's save that and connect our item granter. Middle item spawner, so let's search for item spawner. Oh, but okay. And let's put the item spawner here at the very center. Okay. And spawn item on timer, we don't want that. We also don't want that. Item list, I don't know. I'll go with some shockwave maybe. How it's called? Yeah, shockwave. Okay. And maybe with some rift. Junk rift. Okay. Maybe also the airstrike. Something cool. Maybe balloons. Yeah, balloons also good. Maybe 3 of them. And I don't know what else we can add here. Yeah, maybe this business turret is also OP. Okay, and initial weapon ammo. We don't have any, but we can add it to 1 and spear weapon ammo to 0. Okay, initial movement of item, gravity, yeah. Continue to spawn items now, only 1. So if we set it up to true, it will spam the items. Okay, and yeah, everything looks good. Random spawns, we want to do it with random. Yeah, random. And base visibility during game, we don't want that. And also oh yeah, item scale, I'll go with 1.5, so the item is actually bigger. That, you know. And let's name it item spawner, middle, item, or just middle. Okay. And let's drag it to our devices folder and let's create a new subfolder to item spawner devices. Okay, and let's put it here. Okay, let's go here and oh, where is my all these things here? Okay, weird. Let's connect it and storm device. So it was basic controller storm device. So let's put this basic controller storm device right there, also at the center. And okay, generate storm no. Initial radius, what is that? Okay, so I think with 0 because yeah. Damage level, we want the 10%, so like 10 HP. Wait time 0, 0. I don't remember how to set it up. Give me a second, I will take a look and go back to this. Okay, so I'm back and we need to test it, but I think I get the settings, so let's move it a bit down. Yeah, can be here. And of this wait time, let's do to 120, resize time to 0. Okay, we can do the 0, so just, you know, type the 0, copy that and paste it here. Okay, and now we can. Finish behavior stay, okay. And move time also to 0. Okay. So let's copy that because yeah. Or does okay, I know what will let's go to devices, cite all these folders, and let's create the folder others and just move this to others. Why every single folder opened? It's super weird. Okay, so let's go back and connect it here. Okay, and here we have pillars data, so we have 8 pillars. And we need to create the teleport prop. So let's create a new folder called BP as blueprint. And let's create a new blueprint class in this folder and select building prop. Okay, and name it BP teleport prop. Okay, let's open that and add a here in the static mesh, add sphere. Okay, and this static mesh, let's do it with 0.2 scale and without any collisions. So let's change the collision preset to no collision. Can harder step up on, let's tell it to no, and here we need to search hidden in game. Okay, and also in collisions set all no collisions. We don't want any collisions, anything. Okay, should be good. Let's compile and save that, and let's put that teleports, but we don't have this, I know, boxes that player can hide. So let's maybe add that, because yeah, we need that. So let's get this couch here and let's change the style to, I don't know, 0.2. It will be too small, right? Okay, so for example 1, and let's move it at the center. Yeah, okay, that's good. Maybe this man will get this thing, but with a lower scale. Okay, also try to be at the center. Okay, this man can get this battle here. A bit too big, so that's 0.5. Okay, here he can, oh, this looks good actually. Well, let's change rotation to 0 and the scale to smaller one. Okay. Yeah, it is at the center, I guess. Okay, here what we can, oh, this filler looks good, but it's kinda big, so let's change the size to 1. And it should be good, I guess. Maybe it's too high, but okay, I think that's not the problem. Okay. Here, what we can use? Maybe this car. The car will be too light, you know. Maybe here we can find something else. The coach. Oh, this looks good. So we can put the oil barrel here. Yeah, the scale 2.0 looks good on here. Okay, here. Okay, maybe you can add him this car, but with, you know, not that big. Maybe 0.7. Okay, let's change the scale to 0 and everything. Okay, let's make it face that way, and let's change also the scale. Okay, let's maybe change it to 0, and let's change it to something like that, and something like that, and let's put it at the center. Okay, and here the last filler, can add this container. Okay, with 2.0, with the 0 scale, rotation, sorry, and let's rotate it somewhere here, and something like that. Okay, is it on the center? Yeah. Okay, so now we have the all fillers, because we'll need that, but yeah. Okay, so now let's create a prop. So let's place it here, teleport prop, but wait, which is the first player? This is the first, okay, and this is the second. No, this is, oh wait, this is 8, so why this is 4th? Oh, because, okay, this barrel is 4. So this is, okay, so let's start with this one. So let's place a teleport prop here, and let's rename it to teleport prop pillar 1. Okay, and maybe let's hide all these things here. Okay, every single thing here, because so much, you know, folders opened, and I don't know why they opened automatically. I don't want them here. Okay, so let's close that and let's open pillar 1 and let's drag it to pillar 1 devices. Why are the folders open? So it's all because I have 0 typed in. Oh, it can be this. Okay, never mind. Okay, and you can delete, not delete, move it higher, somewhere like this. Okay, let's save and let's copy this and paste it here. Okay, a little bit down. Here to devices. Okay, let's copy that. Go in the third one. Maybe make it not that high. That's, you know, it's not easy. Okay, somewhere here. Let's copy that and let's go to the next one. Okay, I think it's on the center. Okay, pillar 4 with the devices. Let's go to pillar 5. Let's move it at the center. Yeah, that's good. Okay, to pillar 5. Okay, let's go to, oh, let's copy that, like duplicate, and let's go to pillar 6. Oh, here will be hard. Maybe change the rotation of it. Okay, the player will spawn much easily. Okay, let's put it in here. Okay, let's duplicate that and let's put it on pillar 7. Okay. And let's duplicate that one more time and let's drag it on the last pillar. Okay, now let's go to our verse device and let's connect it here in the pillar setup. So the first pillar will be, let's search for pillar or just teleport prop pillar. I call it teleport prop. Okay, so teleport prop. Let's copy that name and let's paste it here. Okay, second, third. Okay, so we have all the pillars set up. So the whole pillar main system is set up correctly. So let's go to, okay, this, okay. So let's start from creating the folder in the devices named tracker devices, Accolades devices, and trigger devices. Okay, and let's start with accolades. So let's put accolade. We have 3 accolades, so let's just copy that. Okay, and this will be accolade elimination. This will be round plate, and this will be the round 1. Okay, so name will be eliminated a player. Okay, with the medium, yeah. Okay, round plate will be round plate. That's round plate. With also medium. Okay, let's do large. And round 1 will be the round you won a round. Okay, and very large because it's hard to win the round, right? Okay, and let's grant all the accolades. So this is the elimination, new round, and round 1. Okay, let's now place the trackers. Okay, so we'll need the elimination, def, and round 1s. So this will be the eliminations. I'll just, copy and duplicate that 3 times, and okay. This will target value will be maximum. Okay, shared individual, and when the target is reached, do nothing. Okay, show on HUD, no. Show progress off. Okay, tracked weapon category, we don't want that. Try completion ceremony, we don't want that. Okay, use persistence, autosave, and autoload. Okay, and the first one will be for eliminations, so tracker eliminations. This will track the eliminated, so deaths, and this will the events, so round 1. Okay, so let's connect that elimination tracker, death tracker, and the round 1, and let's put them in our folder, so tracker devices. Okay, the next is triggers, but we want to let's connect in spawn system the pillar main system. Let's go to rank system and connect the rank system first, because here we will need these trigger devices. So also we need 2 triggers, so let's copy these 2 triggers from here. Okay, like tracker, sorry, and let's rename it to current rank and current rank points. Okay, these 2 also is an event, so we don't need to change anything. Just connect it, current rank and current rank points. Okay, let's also add the audio player. Okay, we can put it to others, and this will be the audio player, new rank, and the audio on the default. Yeah, we can leave the default. I like the default. It's pretty cool, but the volume to like 2.5, so player will know. Visible in game, no. Okay. Reset audio when activated, yeah. Play on hit, no. Can be heard by instigator only, and play location, local player. Okay, so let's save that. Let's connect it here. With reset points, yes, I want to reset points, FPS 10. Okay, and let's add 3 rank manager data, and let's add the trigger devices. So the first trigger, we can change the scale, so because we don't need that big trigger. Visible in game, no, we don't want that. Triggered by player, no. Enable on game start, yes. And basically let's remove every single thing. Okay, and let's copy and paste that. Okay, move it here, and let's drag it to trigger. And the first will be the trigger eliminations. This will be the round plate, and this will be the round 1. Okay, so let's go to data handler and connect these round triggers. So round 1 trigger, okay, elimination trigger, okay, round plate trigger, okay. Next we need to configure it here. So rank manager, first will be the trigger eliminations, and per elimination we want to add 10 rank points. Okay, next will be the rank plate. Here we also want to add 10, and the round 1 I will go with 50. Yeah, 50 sounds good. Maybe 75. No, okay, let's leave it at 50. Okay, branch data. Let's create 90 of them. Okay, and as I show you on the branch system video, how to set it up so I will do it quick, go through for you. So let's open every single thing, like image for the third one, is the best for third one, my preference. No, you can do it whatever you want, but yeah, let's open up and the rank, unrank it, and let's select a color to something like that. Rank points to 0, so this is basically when the rank is started, like at what points, and the next rank is bronze 1, so you can delete that. Let's open bronze 3 here and select the color to something like this, and the rank points, for example, 75. Okay, so this is the start point, so unranked will end at 75 points. Okay, so that's how you set it up, the whole system. And if you want the bronze 2, then bronze 2, and you can just copy this color from here. So let's click copy and paste it here. And or maybe you want some dark colors, so for example like that. So what I done? Okay, so player know that he actually ranked up like better. You can also do that. I will go with the same color and the rank points to like 150. Okay, so I will configure this system and go back to this. Okay, so I set it up every single rank correctly, I guess. Like I set everything up. And okay, we have the rank system. Next is eliminated by. So let's just connect the data handler and everything should work. Okay, and we have the HUD data. So just create the HUD message device, but firstly we maybe want to create a folder for this. So devices, HUD message devices. Okay, and let's put HUD message devices here. The first will be HUD info. Okay, and message recipient we want it to be to all, show duration no, place sound clear, placement custom, and top center. Okay. Intro animation none, we don't want any intro. Okay, so also let's create a folder named UI. Okay, and let's create the user interface, which will be the UI underscore info message. Okay, let's open that. And let's drag a canvas panel with the overlay. In this overlay we want the start box and the image, and in start box we want a text block. Maybe without the start box. Okay, let's try without the start box. Okay, so this overlay have the answer on top here, or okay, and we want the image to be the fill, also the text to be center, and yeah, I think it will not work. Oh, because we have size to content set to false. Okay, never mind. And drag the image to 0.4, and let's change the order here. Oh, the order here. Okay, and the text with padding 5. Okay, and the image size at default to maybe 100 per 200, 150. Oh, okay, let's leave it like that. Never mind. It will just have the size to content. Okay, and I want the bigger size for like 42, and this to be at the position 0, alignment 0.5 and 0.5. Okay, and add to this text block add to this UI view model, the message view model. Okay, add widget text block and connect the text, and here we want to select this MVVM and select the text. Okay, let's compile that, and let's select this in HUD widget to our UI info message. Okay, and we can connect that. And we have player left, time left, item grant in, and winner HUD. Okay, we'll do it in the next part because we also will do the images in the Photoshop. So yeah, I will show you how to do it also. If you don't have Photoshop, don't worry, I have also the free alternative. I will show you in the next part. But we can, yeah, launch the session and test if everything works fine here. So let's launch our session. But also I'm alone, so it will not work. I need to bring my friend in. So yeah, I will wait till my session will load and be right back. Okay, so my session loaded. Let's start the game, and okay, I already see the issue. We need to make this text at the center. Maybe we will change that with custom text, like image. Okay, and we just spawn it to a random pillar, but the game ends, yeah, because we are alone. So we need to bring another guy to play with us. And okay, we also need to find the instance settings and select the teams free for all, team size 1, total runs. We want to put 1000 here. So, but why? How we can put 1000? Like, limit is 100. Answer is very simple. Just search for 1000, copy that, and paste it in the total runs, and boom, you have 1000. Easy. Okay, our friendly fire, yeah, we want that, and I think that's all in the instance settings. Okay, let's go to our info message and let's search for text justification, or justification, yeah, and also make it like not that big, to 38. Okay, and okay, I will bring my friend and we will test it together. So yeah, right back. Okay, so I bring my friend and yeah, we are together here. And we need to wait till the game loads, and boom, we are on the pillars. The game doesn't end, I guess. I forgot to fill the loot pool, and also we have infinite mats, but yeah, we basically, it should spawn the item here, yeah, and I can kill her. Okay, that's cheating actually. We need to remove that settings from HUD settings because we will set that to testing, and add a loot pool. So that's the task we need to do. And yeah, so let's go to UEFN and let's make those. Okay, so let's go to instance settings first, and let's remove the flight, player flight remove, and also infinite resources. So infinite building resources. Okay, and add some items to loot pool, like nothing crazy, maybe 5 of them. Okay, some assault rifle, some pump, okay, maybe some any other, okay, maybe some wood, okay, but 10 wood, okay, maybe some ammo, like the pump, okay, maybe some porta-fort, okay, no, I don't want that ammo, okay, maybe a shockwave, or maybe impulse this, okay, something nice, maybe some revolver also, maybe some sniper. Okay, that's, I think we can live with that, and end the game and relaunch it, and let's test it now. Okay, so let's start the game. Let's open our Fortnite. We have our paper we can collect. We need to also set it up the XP for this. Oh, and disable the hitting on the spawn area and building, because we can build. We don't need to build here. Okay, so we are on the map. And hide behind that box. I can destroy it. I can place a porta-fort here. Okay, I did a lot of them. Yeah. Boom. and boom. No, I missed. But yeah, I killed and I should won. I think we have in UEFN. No, okay. I thought that we would have that settings, but okay. Can collect this and yeah. Okay, let's start test that again. Maybe now I did killed. Oh, I heard that. I did the new rank and this voice. Okay. Need to be killed by her, so I need to wait. Okay, and I get eliminated by okay, the nickname, win, skills, and KD. Okay, so everything works fine. Let's add also the mutator zone to the spawn so we can hit each other and build. So let's search for mutator zone and let's create a folder here named mutator zones, mutator zone, devices. Let's drag this mutator zone in here. Oh, not here, here. Okay, and let's make it bigger. No, maybe 8. Okay, the height to 20. Okay, 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 and okay. Allow editing? No, we don't want editing. Okay, okay. Allow jumping? Yes. Enable fears? No. Allow weapon fire? No. Allow building? No. Okay. Pick up fly spawn to 0 seconds. We don't want any items to be here. Okay. And yeah. Yeah, also this one to true. I think it's just okay. So now let's start the game again. Okay, let's push the changes. So I push the changes and go back to rest when changes will be pushed. Okay, so the session load, and can I hit? No, I can even, you know, use my pickers and I can build. Okay, I can collect this. Okay, and we need to wait, and boom, I'm on the filler. I can hide. Yeah, it's pretty good filler to hide. Okay, maybe build the stairs to, you know, not die. I think she's full. Yeah, but where? Oh. Yeah, and the game should end, and yeah. Then the game ended, and maybe I will be the killed one now. Oh. Okay, I did the points at the left bottom, as you see. I did silver 2, I guess, now. And we need to move this on this path, but we'll cover that in the next video because this one is too long for now. Okay, we need to, as you see, I did on the random filler now. Oh, that's not rude. Okay. Maybe we can jump on this. Okay, we can jump now for sure. Oh, that was a bad idea. Okay, let's place it. Oh, where's my stairs? Okay, something like that. A lot of ammo. Oh, okay. But okay. Eliminated by screen works. Everything works. So that was it in this video about this series. We made the whole system for the fillers with the rank system, the eliminated by, the whole teleporting games. So yeah, that was it in this part. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something, and I really appreciate if you leave a like and subscribe. I really do. And if you want the whole code from this video, you can go to my Discord, link is in the description, and you will get every single code from this video or any other video for completely free. So that was it in this video, and see you guys in the next one.